So in this question, it says describe fully what you see when magnesium and strontium are heated. So when you do this is group 2 theory from AS. So when you heat them, you gotta remember the flame colors. Magnesium burns with a bright white flame. So burns with a bright white flame, bright or light, very brilliant white flame, and forming what? A white solid. You know why white solid? Because it forms the oxide. Same with strontium, it forms the oxide, but it doesn't burn with the white flame. Strontium burns with a red flame. And but it also forms a white solid. And write the equation for the following process, including state symbols. So when calcium burns in air, it's calcium solid, burns in oxygen gas to forms calcium oxide. Calcium also burns the red flame. And when calcium carbonate is heated, that's also a solid, and it forms calcium oxide, which is also a solid, and carbon dioxide, which is a gas. So those are the formation of calcium oxide and the decomposition of calcium carbonate with state symbols. Then it says here, both calcium hydroxide is formed when you add calcium oxide to water. Calcium hydroxide, which is this aqueous, and calcium carbonate are both used in agriculture conditions. And why? Because these guys are alkaline. So the benefit is they decrease or lower the acidity in soils and agriculture, which is like increasing the pH. They don't make it alkaline, they want to make it neutralized. So if the pH has lower pH, they want to increase the pH. So what these guys do is they increase the pH of soils. That's what happens. All right.
Quick pause. If you're finding value in this explanation, there's so much more to discover at Alt Academy, where we break down every A-level concept with the same clarity. Now back to the video lesson.
Then the next part is about solubility of group 2 hydroxides. Explain why group 2 hydroxides become more soluble. Well, down the group, the size of cations increases, increases down the group. Now what does that do? So delta H lattice and delta H hydration both decrease. In chemistry, when we say decrease for energy, we mean the magnitude. Both decrease, but in this case, for solubilities of hydroxides, the decrease in delta H lattice is greater. In sulfates, the opposite. The decrease in hydration is greater or larger. Therefore, delta H solution becomes more exothermic or less endothermic. So it becomes more exothermic or less endothermic. Either or phrase will work here. All right. Then it says here, describe the observations you will make when you add a few drops of NaOH to barium chloride. Now they're going to form barium hydroxide, but barium hydroxide is soluble. So you can either write no PPT formed, or since there will be nothing happening, you can write no visible change. Either or will work. But when you add sulfuric acid to barium chloride, it forms barium sulfate, which is a solid, which is a PPT. So when you add this two, you'll say a white PPT forms of what? Of barium sulfate, if you like to write it. But that's what happens. Yeah. And the last part of the question, when you scroll down, it is describe and explain how the thermal stability of group 2 carbonates varies down the group. Well, it's the same as always. The thermal stability increases down the group. You know why? Why does that increase? Because the size of cation increases, charge density decreases, so polarization or distortion decreases, meaning energy required to decompose increases. Therefore, thermal stability increases. All right.
Hey there! If you found this A-level chemistry lesson helpful, why don't you head over to our website, altacademy.org, where you can sign up for the full A-level chemistry course. In addition to chemistry, you can sign up for physics, biology, math, or 4 other A-level subjects. Thousands of students have already taken the leap. What are you waiting for?